think my most disappointing team is going to be Auburn. Hugh Freeze is spending way too much time on the golf course. I mean, dude's trying to win a major league, a golf league championship rather than winning the college football playoff championship, and that's what he gets paid to do. He hasn't been recruiting, he hasn't been coaching, he hasn't. He did all his work in the winter portal, and then he kind of just like, all right, see ya. I'm gonna go hit the links. You guys got it from here. What's going on? You Don't Know Evolve Nation. Welcome back to the show. We are back. Kayla is not joining us today, but we finally got Jack onto the show again, so welcome back, Jack.
Yeah, I'm just filling in for Caleb today.
Part-time. Jack's now our new part-time host, and Grayson pretty much put his 2 weeks notice in like 3 months ago. So
like 3 years ago.
3 years ago. But all right, enough with the jibber jabber. Welcome to the show. We have a really exciting topic to talk to you about today. One of our most viral Instagram posts we posted on this show we are breaking down the SEC conference. Our categories:
conference in football.
The second best conference in football. That is a take that I will plead the fifth on.
That one.
So our categories today, gentlemen, we have best team, worst team, surprise team, wildcard team, biggest headache to play, most disappointing, championship game, and coach of the year. We have all the SEC teams in here. As you can see, Vanderbilt, Texas A&M, South Carolina, Oklahoma, Missouri, Mississippi State, LSU, Georgia, Alabama, Florida, Tennessee, Texas, Auburn, Arkansas, Ole Miss, and Kentucky. For everybody who don't know who is in the SEC conference, there you have it. That's all the teams. But, all right, let's just get right into this. So the best team, I'll go first, since you guys are scared to put your takes out after we got absolutely grilled in that last TikTok. But
I never said I was scared.
My best team. Oh gosh, dude. I'm gonna go with Texas. I was gonna go ballsy here and be like, I think LSU is gonna be the best team, but then I remembered who the head coach was. So
yeah,
give me Texas all day. I like what they brought back on offense and the defensive side of the ball. I'm especially excited to see what Arch is able to do on the for Texas's offense this year. I just feel like he's the more dynamic quarterback for that team. They should have went to him a lot sooner than they did. I've heard a lot of people say this, but Sark should have went with Arch Manning at the end of the season last year, just because he was a better playmaker and really stretches the field against the defense. And you have to be aware of his arm and his legs. Quinn Ewers was a good quarterback. I just don't think the ceiling is as high as Arch's. They bring back Michael Taft for the safety position, and they bring back a couple of good offensive linemen. So I like Texas here. I think Sark's a really good coach too, so I like them to win the SEC this year.
Good take.
All right,
yeah, that's crazy. Now I wish I would have gone first, because I was going to say Texas is going to be the best team in the SEC too.
I'm going to make
people, like you said. And I think Arch Manning's going to light it up.
Yep. I mean, there's a lot of people predicting him to be like in the Heisman race as like his first year starting, which is insane. But dude's only played 2 games, and everybody's like, "Oh my God, he's Jesus on turf." But yeah, I mean, yeah, almost.
Nothing is compared to JJ McCarthy.
Just a better thrower.
Yeah, right. Tell me that when he wins the national championship.
He might win it this year. But yeah, good take, Jack. I like that. I mean, I would be surprised if Alex doesn't go with Texas here as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna make it easy for you. I'm also going for Texas. I think you get both really hit what I was gonna say. I mean, Arch Manning is the difference of this team this year. They return a lot of production from last year, and they, I don't know who would be competition for. I mean, yeah, the entire SEC is a brutal conference to play in, but like Georgia, I feel like Georgia and Alabama are the only ones that could really compete with. Maybe Auburn that could really compete with this team this year, but they have a lot of question marks as well.
You think Auburn's a team that could compete with Texas?
A lot of people are.
Hell no. Hugh
Not
Freeze
on
has
my
been on the
bingo
golf
card.
course more than he's been coaching and recruiting.
Well,
Hell no, they ain't gonna be a good
but
competition.
I keep on seeing this stuff about Auburn, and you know what? It all depends on where they're playing them at. If they are playing them.
Well, according to the last video, you didn't even think Auburn was willing of getting a top stadium, so I guess it doesn't matter where they're playing at.
You're right. I guess, you know what? How about I just scratch everything I just said and say that nobody could beat Texas, and then let's just move on to the
Sorry,
go
that's
from
just
there.
what the
next one.
TikTokers were saying that I was reading on your comments.
Everyone's like, where's Auburn? Where's Auburn? Auburn lost to New Mexico State at home. Shut the fuck up. All right? I'm sick of seeing that bullshit comment of Auburn being not a top place to play. They're not. They have barely won over 6 games. I've been waiting all week to respond to those damn comments till this moment right here. So there's your little where's Auburn answer. So
4 home last year, everybody.
Yeah, fuck out of here with that bullshit. You guys were also down 26-0 against Georgia State, and you came back and won that game. Yeah. I don't want to hear it at all.
Didn't TJ Finley go back to Auburn and beat them with New Mexico State?
No, that was Diego Pavia. He was a quarterback for that team.
For Auburn?
No, for New Mexico State.
Oh, I swear we've seen TJ Finley, the big quarterback that used to play at Auburn, and then he transferred for like the 8th time, and then his new team came to Auburn and beat them. And because that kid had like a one-handed snag for a first down, and it's like a fade ball or something. Do you not remember this?
He might have. I don't know. I don't remember him. I guess I don't remember that.
I think it was either last year or 2 years ago. Oh well.
Oh well.
I can look it up.
While Alex is digging into that, I'm gonna let Jack take the stage for his worst team. So go ahead, Jack.
Surprise, surprise, Mississippi State. Never been good. Never gonna be good. Not gonna be good this year.
Yeah, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree here. I'm gonna take Mississippi State as well. I mean, their coach just died 2 years ago. Rest in peace. Rest in peace. What's his name? Mike Leach. Mike Leach, iconic coach. But it's really hard to have good retention when your coach dies or gets fired, and you gotta bring in Jeff Lebby, who he's doing a good job. He's doing the best he can with what he's got, but they just don't have enough talent, and I don't see him getting over the hump this year and getting into a bowl game. But Mississippi State's going to be the worst team in the conference again this year, unfortunately, for Brandon Walker's favorite team. Go ahead, Alex.
All right, going back to the Auburn thing real fast. On November 18th, 2023, they played New Mexico State, and you're right, Isaac. The Vanderbilt quarterback that was
Diego Pavia.
Yeah, he was the quarterback for that team and beat Auburn 31-10 at home.
Yep.
At Auburn. So
they beat their ass. It wasn't even close.
Yeah. No, it was not.
All right, Alex, give us your worst team.
This is not a surprise. I mean, it is Mississippi State. So far, the first back-to-back has just been super consistent. So let's see if the next one will be any different. But yeah, Mississippi State is the worst team in the SEC.
Hopefully we get a little bit more variation here, because those top two look just those are kind of a given, I feel like.
Yeah.
But all right, Alex, go ahead and hit us off with your surprise team.
I'm going Oklahoma. I think Oklahoma is going to be okay. They start off their season with a big matchup. Well, not the week 2 matchup with Michigan. So we're going to really at home. So we're going to really see what that team's made of. And I think after last season they didn't play I think they did. They played to their expectations. We all knew that. We all know that they weren't going to be able to really compete against SEC teams, but they held their ground. I felt like, and majority of their schedule, especially against Auburn at Auburn, and I think Brett Venable has something going over there, and I think that fan base. I mean, they beat Alabama, so I think that fan base is ready for I'd say a good season, not playoff caliber, but I think they're going to be all right this year.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, they got John Mateer from Washington State. He was a really good quarterback for the Cougars. He comes over to Oklahoma. That Oklahoma also brought in Cal's running back Jaden Ott in the transfer portal. So they've been doing some hard work at the portal, and they brought up a lot to where the positions they needed to have improvements in. So I think it all comes down to see if Brent Venables could actually like coach an offense.
Yep.
He's always been good on defense. He's calling the defense this year. It's just that the offensive side of the ball has struggled. I mean, they had that one good year with Dylan Gabriel, but other than that, they've been so either average or below average. And then they lost to Navy in their bowl game, so that's not really a great start. Great start to their new season. I mean, that's kind of where I could consider where the new season starts, I guess, because those are all the new guys. But seeing Navy kind of run over them all over him did not give me hope for Oklahoma. But you know what? They did a lot of work in the portal, so I don't hate that take, Alex. I actually kind of like it. So, Jack, go ahead.
My surprise team is going to be Florida. I've kind of been saying this for a little bit. It's really just dependent on Lagway, but they were heating up at the end of the season last year so hard, dude. I mean, they whooped the shit out of LSU, beat Old Miss, hung in there with Tennessee, whooped the shit out of Florida State, and whooped the shit out of Tulane in their bowl game. So I think Florida can be really good this year, and I think they're going to surprise a lot for the SEC.
Yeah, agreed. I also agree with that. I think Florida did kind of get with their schedule. They had one of the hardest schedules again in the country, but I think they have a more. I'm gonna say they have a better quarterback this year. I thought Graham Mertz was good for the Gators as like a base, get someone on there, get the program up and running again. But I think DJ Lagway is an actual star, and I think he won. He went 4-1 in his starts last year. He would have beat Georgia if he was healthy, and he would have beat Tennessee. I guess he went 4-2, 4-2 when he played. He would have beaten Tennessee if he stayed. If he was in the whole game. So I don't know. Florida will show up for me later in this episode, but I like that take as well. I think Florida's gonna be pretty good. All right. I'm so tempted to put Vanderbilt right here, just because.
Oh, no.
Just because I like the Diego Pavia hype and the Clark Lee, I just like Clark Lee because he come from Notre Dame. But I'm gonna put Missouri here. A lot of people are kind of counting them out right now just because they lost Brady Cook, they lost Luther Burden, they lost a lot of people on that side of the ball. But they brought in Bo Trabula from Penn State, they brought in a couple of weapons in the portal, and then I think their schedule is more than favorable. I mean, they have a couple of tough teams. I think they played Georgia or either Georgia or Bama in there once. But other than that, they're looking to be like a 10-2, 9-3 win team. So I think a lot of people are going to get surprised by what Missouri does this season. And I think their head coach, I don't remember his name, but I think he's a really good coach as well. So take it what you got. For me, that's my take. I think they're going to surprise a lot of people this year. All right. Wildcard team. This is where I'm going to put Florida. Florida is my wild card team again this year. Last year, they were also my wild card team. It all depends on how what's his name, Alex? What's the Florida coach's name again? We were all calling out for his head earlier this season.
Isn't it Dan or something?
No, it ain't Dan. Regardless.
Billy Napier.
Oh, Bailey Napier.
Billy
Boy. But if Billy Boy can not screw up this team and actually get him past his hard schedule, I think we could see Florida in the playoffs. I mean, if they're a 9-3 team and their 3 losses are to the top 3 teams in the conference by like 1 score, I think we could see them in there as like a 12 or like a 11 seed team. But it all depends on DJ Lagway and if he can stay healthy and if that roster is a lot better on the defensive side of the ball than they were last year. Because we saw that Miami just walked into that stadium and absolutely kicked the shit out of them with Cam Ward and that team. So, and the schedule doesn't get much easier from there than last year's. So, a lot of question marks, but they're the wild card team for me again this year.
All right, I'll take the next one. I think South Carolina is going to be my wild card team. They were really inconsistent last year, but when they played good games, they played really good games. Like they were beating ranked teams, like they beat Missouri in the end. They beat Clemson in the end, and Clemson made it to be a playoff team. So I think if South Carolina can figure out their consistency issues, I think they'll be a good team.
Yeah. I mean, they brought back Lenora Sellers and they brought back Evan. What's that guy's name? I think his name's Evan Stewart. I don't really know who the defensive end for it. I know they got a really good defensive end who was a freshman All-American last year, but
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Here's a kid that sacked Jackson Dart and started going like the gun celebration in his face. That kid.
Airing out the crowd.
Yeah, airing out the crowd. He was airing out Dart, so that was funny. But I think South Carolina's a really good team. I think they have a couple of question marks on defense. They lost a lot of that to the draft, so that's kind of a blow for them. But they still have Lenora Sellers, and he was a stud as a freshman last year. So I like that pick there. Alex, go ahead.
I'm gonna go Auburn here. I think Auburn could be a really good wild card team. I mean, they got rid of Peyton Thorne, so that was 98% of the reason why they sucked. But yeah, I mean, I feel like Auburn's always been tough to play, and we're gonna have to see what they do in the season. I don't know much about them, but something in my gut is telling me that Auburn is gonna be is either gonna be the shit or shit this year. So
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm gonna talk about Auburn a little bit later. That's just tipping my hand, but I don't know. I'm
disappointing.
I'm gonna save him, Alex. I like that pick. I think they brought in Jackson Arnold from Oklahoma to replace Peyton Thorne. They brought in Cam Williams from Baylor to be their new receiver one. They did a lot of work in the portal. It's just I don't know if I overly trust the head coach. So,
oh no, not at all.
Dude's trying to shoot 18 rather than get 18 wins in a season and win a championship. But whatever.
Yep. Oh well.
All right, so that brings us to our next category. We have the biggest headache to play. Alex, how about you start with this one?
I'm gonna go with Georgia here. I think just Georgia's not going anywhere. So keeping them around, and they're going to be around anyway. So Georgia is going to be a top dog in this conference. I think we'd be stupid to let them say that they're going to fall off because of all the issues they have. Kirby Smart knows how to run a football team, and I think they're going to be a brutal team to play on any schedule and anybody's schedule. So keeping Georgia around, and they're going to be relevant for teams to be aware of this season.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I think. Hold on a second. Go ahead, Jack. You can do your next category.
Oh, I was also going to say Georgia. They're just such a legacy team, and I mean, Georgia team could win a national championship on any given year, really. So,
yep.
I think they're the hardest to play.
Yep. I mean, they got
get them out of scat packs.
They have to replace. Got to keep them out of prison, but
keep them away from the liquor and the keys.
But yeah, I mean, I can't hate on that pick. I think Georgia's got a lot of. I mean, they're going to be really good. They got Kirby Smart up there. They have to replace Carson Beck. They got Gunnar Stockton to do that, I think. But maybe they don't. Maybe they got another quarterback because they say that they're in a battle right now. So
yeah, I think Gunnar Stockton's still recovering from getting lit the hell up
by Notre Dame. I 100% agree. Yes, sir.
No,
but,
not Notre Dame.
Oh, from Texas?
Yeah, Texas.
Jesus.
I was drawing a blank. Remember when he got killed in the end zone?
Oh, I know. And then Carson Beck had to come in with a torn elbow and just hand the ball
Yeah.
off. Dude,
Mm-hmm.
that was so insane. That hit is just nuts.
Yeah.
And then he came back and played 3 weeks later or 2 weeks later. But all right. I really want to go with Vanderbilt just to like piss some people off. But I'm gonna do Georgia.
Yeah.
No,
Good
I'm
call.
gonna do Vanderbilt. I'm gonna do Vanderbilt. I
Oh
wanna see.
God.
I'm gonna put Vanderbilt as the biggest headache to play because of Diego Pavia and all the boys are sinking their national championship. And I'd be stupid if I did that. So no, I'm not putting Vanderbilt there. So, I'm going
All
to
right. Thank
Georgia.
you.
I'm going to Georgia. No way that Vanderbilt gets put out of it. They're going to be a headache to play. I think Vanderbilt's a good team, but Georgia's like way more talented, way better coach. And they're a prestige program. So Georgia all day long. And that brings us to the next category, which is disappointing. And Jack, how about you start with this one?
I really want to say Tennessee is going to be disappointing. After losing Nico, losing James Pierce, right?
Yeah.
That
Yep.
was the end. Yeah, that was their big end. And
You lost their running back.
upon other losses, I don't think they're going to do as good as they did last year. I'm not saying they're not going to win any games, but I think they're going to take a big fall off from that.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think they're going to take a step back, which is going to disappoint that fan base as a whole. I mean, they did bring in Joey Aguilar from Appalachian State. He led the country in picks, I think last season. But he's really athletic and he can run and he can throw. Obviously, to the other team
To the other
too.
team.
Yeah, but I think Josh Heupel's a really good coach. It's just I don't know if he's got the pieces to get to the playoffs again like they did last year. So.
Right.
Big question marks for Tennessee. Alex, do you want to go or you want me to go?
Whatever you want. I mean, I have my team. If
Go.
I don't think you're okay. So I think Ole Miss is not going to be that good this year. I think they lost a lot of production with Dart leaving, their top receivers leaving, and they weren't. They could never get over the hump last year with all that talent, anyways. So I think losing that, and even though they have a really talented quarterback coming in, and I know they have a bunch of young guys that are really good, but it's not that Lane Kiffin is not a good coach. He's just on that like James Franklin thing right now. He can never win the big games when he needs to. So
Then he bitches
I
and
don't think,
moans because he's not in the playoff.
yeah. So I don't think Ole Miss is going to be too surprising or too. I think they're going to be okay, but they're not going to be like what they were in the last few years of like, oh, this team could make the playoff or Jackson Dart's going to lead this team to maybe a SEC championship. No, they're not. They are going to fall off a little bit, than a little bit from last year.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't see Ole Miss being as good as they were last year. That if last year was their season to win the national championship and they didn't, they had Walter Nolan, they had Jackson Dart, they had Trey Harris, they had all the weapons to win that last year, and they choked against Kentucky and Florida and LSU, and it's just you can't make excuses for that. I'm not saying that Lane Kiffin's not a good coach. I'm saying that he can't coach in big games like James Franklin. They're kind of in the same category, and then he just tops it all off and just bitches and complains about how they should be in the playoffs when they have inexcusable losses to like a Kentucky team that won 3 games last year. But
Right.
yeah, Alex, I like that pick. I think my most disappointing team is gonna be Auburn. Hugh Freeze is spending way too much time on the golf course. I mean, dude's trying to win a major league, a golf league championship rather than winning the college football playoff championship, and that's what he gets paid to do. He hasn't been recruiting, he hasn't been coaching, he hasn't. I mean, he did all his work in the winter portal, and then he kind of just like, all right, see ya. I'm gonna go hit the links. You guys got it from here. And then, I mean, they did bring in a couple of good weapons, but I don't see them being that good. I think they have a terrible leader. They're not going to be all that great. So once Hugh Freeze leaves and they get like an actual coach in there, then I think Auburn will be back. But not now. Definitely not now.
Yeah.
All right.
Makes sense. Yeah, Auburn's looks like a steaming pile of shit too to me, honestly.
This is gonna really aggravate all those Auburn fans. I know. I can see the comments now. So no, these guys must have something against Auburn. Damn it, dude. Like, all right. Get the hell out of here,
They
dude.
suck.
They just suck, dog. They suck.
Cam Newton
All
ain't
right.
there anymore. You can't rely on that anymore.
Right.
All right. This takes us to the championship game. So my two teams that are going to be in the championship game are LSU. I think they're way too talented to not make it this year. If they don't make it,
Crazy as hell.
If they don't make it, it's because of Brian Kelly's fat ass.
Man, I thought mine was gonna be crazy, but maybe not.
I thought Auburn as a wild card was crazy. Putting them in a championship game was way wild.
Okay, SEC championship game.
Yeah,
they're not terrible.
That's what I'm talking about.
They got the nuts bus. They got weapons all over the place. Did you not see that Brian Kelly literally put his talked about his receiver. I was gonna say something worse, but he talked about his receivers. None of them run over a 4.4. That's fast, dude.
I don't care how fast you are. You can be as fast as you want, dude.
I know. I'm just saying that they got talent on that team, and I think they got a really good quarterback, and they got the weapons to be good this year. So, and this is coming from a Notre Dame guy that hates Brian Kelly. So I'm obvious. This hurts me a little bit, but and then obviously I'm gonna have Texas in there too. It's gonna be Texas LSU for me. Who wants to go next?
I think that's kind of bold. I think Texas is a good pick. Not so sure about LSU.
Yeah,
me myself, unbiased opinion. Bama, Texas is the championship game for me.
Bama, Texas, unbiased. Gotcha. I mean, I can't hate on that. I think
Bama's pissed off from last year. And,
yeah.
DeBoer gonna reel it in. DeBoer knows how to coach. He's been to a natty before. He brought
Ryan Grubb. He brought Ryan Grubb back, and then he was the offensive coordinator who took the Huskies to the national championship game. So we'll see.
And we got sophomore year Ryan Williams. Gonna be a demon.
Who's the quarterback for Bama?
It don't even matter. We got Ryan Williams.
Shut the.
We could have fucking Bobby Boucher back there throwing the ball.
I don't know the kid can sling it. I've seen a few TikTok clips about it.
All right,
in practice at least.
We'll see who the quarterback. We'll see who the quarterback is when it comes to the fall. But I don't know if I love Bama in the SEC championship.
Dog, you put LSU in the championship.
All right, Alex. Let's hear your crazy SEC championship.
All right, this might be bold, but I think this would be kind of cool to see in the SEC championship.
Auburn,
give me Texas and Texas A&M.
Damn, that is. They're going to be playing back-to-back weeks.
They could be.
They could be. I mean, if Texas A&M wins their schedule and only loses against Texas, which Texas A&M will not go undefeated. They're going to lose against Notre Dame in week 3.
Yeah, but that's not going to matter for SEC play.
Yeah, I guess you're right. They were right there at the doorstep. If they would have been Texas, they would have been in the championship game for the SEC.
Is that stupid to put there, or do you think it's not possible?
I personally would not put them there because they already play each other.
Yeah.
But Michigan and Ohio State, if they could have played back-to-back weeks.
Yeah, but have they?
No, because Michigan sucked last year. So, I don't know. I guess I'll put Vanderbilt. No, I'm kidding.
Right,
I'll get
the worse. I'll just put Georgia. I think Texas and Georgia, that's fine.
I think you should put Kentucky.
I was thinking about it. Don't get me wrong.
Don't tempt me, dude.
Yeah,
Or
I
speaking
mean,
about Kentucky, have you seen that this TikToker that goes live and has like this Kentucky helmet and Kentucky
oh
jersey?
yeah,
He's playing college football 26. He's acting like he's actual quarterback. Dude sucks. He's literally the worst like player ever. He goes like with the remote. He acts like he's throwing the remote, like all this
Dude,
stuff.
that's
He's
like
got
that dude who does it for the Bengals.
yeah,
it's
it's
the
the
same
same
guy.
guy, guys.
Oh, is it? That's just so
yeah.
funny.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's so funny. He just gets benched every season. I'm like, dude,
Bro, and then he was a coach one year. He's like, bro, I got fired.
And I love that. I love the
The
fucking
kid,
videos.
the kid got motion. That's a good idea to do for streaming wise.
he is funny. I'll give him that. All right, that brings us to our last category, and coach of the year. Who do you think is gonna be the coach of the year?
Give me Brian Kelly.
Oh my god.
No,
Oh,
I'm
so
just
you-
kidding. I'm
Oh
just
my
kidding.
god.
Probably Sark.
Start.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Alex. I mean, why? I can't argue with that. I want to make sure, Alex, is he going to be your coach of the year too?
No, I'll choose
Who's he gonna
somebody
be?
different. Elko, baby.
Mike Elko. All right,
Yep.
I don't hate that. I think he could be a really good coach and win coach of the year. I don't hate that.
You mean Jimbo?
Jimbo
Jimbo sneaking into
Fisher.
that stadium.
I'm gonna put Auburn. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna put Hugh Freeze.
Oh my god.
No, I'm not. I'm not putting Hugh Freeze in there. Who won
Man,
it
this is
last
tough.
year? Who won it last year for the SEC?
Sark, I think.
Yeah, wasn't it Sark?
Yeah, I thought so.
Big Ten was Signetti.
Yeah.
The
God,
Nationals, Marcus Freeman.
Yeah, Marcus Freeman won the national one.
Wait, hold on. Shane Beamer.
Oh, South Carolina's
Oh,
coach
yeah.
won it last year. So all right, you know what? I'm actually gonna put Texas A&M there too because I think Matt Galco is gonna rejuvenate that program. But there's the list. There's the 2025-2026 college football season SEC breakdown. We have, just to go through it, Jack, Alex, and I all went with Texas as our best team. We all went with Mississippi State as our worst team. I went with Missouri. Jack went with Florida for his surprise team. And then Alex went with Oklahoma as a surprise team. Wildcard team, I went with Florida. Jack went with South Carolina, and Alex went with Auburn. Biggest headache to play, Georgia across the board. Most disappointing, we had Auburn for myself. We had Tennessee for Jack, and then Ole Miss for Alex. Championship game, I had LSU in Texas. Jack had Bama in Texas, and then Alex had Texas, Georgia. And then Coach of the Year went Mike Elko and Steve Sarkisian. So,
I'm going to compare it to last year's. 1 second.
all right, go ahead. Last year's,
So
it'll be
last
interesting
year-
to see how it ended up last year. See
So
how
here's
right
what
we were.
ours was last year. Across the board for best team was Georgia for all three of us.
We were right.
The
Wrong.
worst team was Isaac picked Arkansas, and then Jack and I picked Vanderbilt.
Which was wrong.
Surprise team,
Way wrong on all those.
way wrong. Surprise team, Isaac picked Auburn, and then I picked Oklahoma, which I did again, and then Jack picked Missouri. Wild card team, Isaac went Florida again. Jack, you picked LSU, I picked LSU, and then Jack picked Tennessee. Most disappointing, Isaac put Alabama. I put Texas, wholly wrong, and then Jack put Texas A&M. Then Coach of the Year, we all thought Lane Kiffin. That didn't happen. Title game, Isaac picked Georgia, Texas, which was correct.
Bang.
I picked Georgia, Tennessee, and then Jack thought Ole Miss and Georgia. Champion, Isaac and I went.
Oh wait,
Georgia
we didn't do our champion. All right, let's do our champion. Sorry, don't know why I didn't think of that. That's on me.
No, you're good.
Okay, please
Awkward.
work. My bad, boys. My bad. My bad.
And then just to finish it, the champion last year. I'll hold that one for now. And then did you want to do player of the year, Isaac, or no?
No, we're not doing player of the year. I replaced that category.
All right, cool. Player of the year, I think Isaac picked what's his name? The Trey something from Ole Miss.
Trey Harris.
Trey Harris. And then I picked Jalen Milroe, and Jack picked Jackson Dart. And I think pretty much those were wrong as well.
All right. Let's pick our champions. I can't imagine this is going to be much different than what we thought already. But I'm going to go right ahead and say it. I think Texas wins the championship, the SEC championship again.
I agree with you.
All right, 2 for Texas.
As do I.
So 3 for Texas.
Last year we picked Georgia, Ole Miss.
Who picked Ole Miss?
Jack did.
Dumbass.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if LSU even sniffs the front half of the SEC this year.
Bro, I'm gonna be so pissed if Texas A&M go to the championship game and they play back-to-back weeks, and you guys are like, "Oh, you're an idiot." And I'm like, at least it's on the podcast.
You know what, Alex? Dude, I cannot find a Texas logo to save my life. Where is it? But if Texas A&M and Texas are in the national championship, I'll give it to you. I will give it to you at that point.
I'm not gonna.
I'm a reference that you quoted it, but
Good.
It ain't gonna happen.
Good.
Don't even worry about it, Alex. It ain't even gonna happen. God, I'm trying to get like a logo for Texas, but whatever. But
you just put Tennessee's.
I got something to say, Isaac. If you want me to say something,
go on, Alex. Just say something.
If I can find it.
Yeah, just say something crazy.
Oh, 1 second.
Should I announce our sponsorship this week or no? Or have I already done?
Do it after. Yeah, I think you did, but so when this episode comes out, it's gonna be Christmas in July, and we covered the college football playoff schedule last year. So let's just look at 2026 this year. So on December 21st, we're gonna have the first of 4 quarterfinal games of the Cotton Bowl, and then January 1st, we're gonna have the Orange Bowl, the Rose Bowl, and the Sugar Bowl, and then January 8th and 9th, we're gonna have the Fiesta Bowl on the 8th, and then the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl on the 9th, and then the national championship game will be played on Monday, January 19th at 7:30. It looks like that the games for the quarterfinals is the Cotton Bowl, the Orange, the Sugar Bowl are the only ones that start after 6 p.m. They both start at either 7:30 or 8. The Orange Bowl is at noon this year, and the Rose Bowl is at 4. And then the semifinals, both semifinal games start at 7:30. So it's a little gift from the college football playoff. I know this is not a really big holiday, but I figured that we might just cover it for a second.
Yeah, why not?
The holiday season is quickly approaching.
Yep.
4.5 months left.
6-7 months.
6-7. Shut up, Caleb.
But all right, thank you, Alex, for that. For people who haven't, I don't know if you guys if I've said this or not, but this might be the first time. So this is gonna be a first time for a lot of you if you make it to this point. But for our announcement, we will have a sponsorship, our first sponsorship in our show history from Mall City Mechanical.
Boom, baby.
We aren't getting anything. We aren't giving anything. It's just and there will be no money involved. So it's literally just a logo based sponsorship for our Instagram post. But the sponsorship we're getting is to run a what's the shit? I forgot the
Player of the week.
I know. It's gonna be a segment where we talk about Jack's, Alex's, Caleb's, and I's players of the week in college football. So you're gonna see a post of that every Sunday afternoon, Sunday night of who we thought the players of the week were for that Saturday. So, or we might just reveal it on the Friday episode that we produce. We'll probably just reveal it to each other when we're on the show. So, but yeah, shout out to thank you for our sponsorship to from All City Mechanical. Shout out Derek Rowe, big influence in getting that deal. But yeah, that it's gonna be exciting. I'm looking forward to that, and I hope you guys are excited to see that. So a lot of content to come, and college football season's coming. So no more sitting around and watching golf and the Tigers slide.
We are 1 week away from the first preseason game in the NFL, though.
Yeah, I mean, isn't it the Lions that play?
The Chargers and the Lions in the Hall of Fame game.
Can't wait to watch cut on cut get. Look. I can't wait to see ass on ass to see who gets cut. But I mean, I can't talk. I'm not in the league. No. But all right, that's gonna do it for us this week's episode. Next week, be on the lookout for. I think we're gonna do the Big Ten next week, so should be a good little show next week. Hopefully, Caleb will be here. But anybody got anything else to say before I sign off? All right. What, Alex?
No. We'll see you next week for Big Ten reveal.
Remember, we don't know ball. We don't know ball. You don't know ball. We all don't know ball. We'll see you in the next episode. Peace.
Go Blue.
See you.